All right, Captain Jaspal is calling us from Rohtak. Captain Jaspal, thank you for joining us on Mirror Now. Go ahead, give us your thoughts as far as the situation is in Delhi is concerned, where the old cars are being taken off from residents' houses without even giving a single notice. Captain Jaspal, are you with us? All right, one more caller joining me on the broadcast. Mr. R.K. Soni is joining us from Mumbai. Mr. Soni, what do you have to think about vehicles that are being sent to, scraper dump yards, wherein, without being given a single notice to the people in Delhi?
तो ये कोई अच्छा तो है नहीं। कोई आदमी बड़ी मुश्किल से जिंदगी में 4 पैसे इकट्ठे करता है, गाड़ी लेता है, और आपने एक डिसीजन ले लिया कि उसकी गाड़ी को उठाओ और उसको चौपट कर दो, दबा दुबू करके, और एक कानून बनाओ। तो कानून तो बताओ, लोगों को तो पहले अवेयर करो, उनको बताओ कि तेरा पैसा जो है हम जमीन में डाल रहे हैं। ये जो है अत्याचार नहीं होना चाहिए। कम से कम लोगों को बताओ तो सही कि भाई हम ऐसा करने वाले हैं, ये कानून है। कुछ नहीं, बस उठाया और दबा दिया। ये अमेरिका नहीं है, ये हिंदुस्तान है। यहाँ गरीब लोगों ने अगर गाड़ी खरीदना है तो पूरी जिंदगी लगा देना पड़ता है। मैंने भी अपने जीवन में गाड़ी खरीदी है, मुझे मालूम है कि गाड़ी कैसे खरीदते हैं। ऐसा थोड़ी कि गए खिलौना खरीद लिया और साहब आपने उसको तोड़ दिया और दूसरे दिन फिर दूसरा उठा लाए। इतने अमीर नहीं है हिंदुस्तान के लोग, चाहे कोई भी हो। ये जो हो रहा है ये जुल्म है, ये नहीं होना चाहिए। गरीब आदमी हो, अमीर आदमी हो, हाँ बहुत ज्यादा अमीर वाले जिनके पास दौलत ही दौलत है, आप उनकी सारी गाड़ियां दबा दो, वो दूसरे दिन पूरी की पूरी नई इम्पोर्ट कर लेंगे। ऐसा मत करो। थोड़ा कम से कम दिल में रहम रखो लोगों के लिए, बस यही मेरा कहना है।
All right, R.K. Soni ji, thank you for joining us on the broadcast and giving your thoughts. Brigadier Popley is also calling us from Delhi at this point in time. Brigadier Popley, go ahead, give us your thoughts.
नहीं, मैं तो देखिए, आप दिल्ली की बात करो चाहे बम्बई की बात करो, पर है तो एक आदमी की कमाई का गाड़ी है ना वो। हेलो,
All right, we will be getting more voices on that, but as of now, this is a Mirror Now campaign that we are constantly bringing to you. People's right is our top focus, where they are being trampled upon in the open in the national capital. The private vehicles which are now being lifted without any notice by the government. Brigadier Popley is joining me back on the broadcast. Brigadier Popley, go ahead and give us your thoughts about, how people's rights are being violated in Delhi with their private vehicles being picked up without any notice by the government.
Thank you very much. Your channel is doing a great job. Let me share with you my concern. I had taken up a petition PIL with the Supreme Court also when the previous Chief Justice of India was there. But however, the thing did not materialize, the thing has not come up for hearing. The main point is that the vehicle life cannot be determined by the year of manufacture. The major reason for pollution is how much the vehicle has run. I gave an example that a person, either a service class or a retired person, not using the vehicle more than 10 to 12,000 kilometers in a year. That goes to say a petrol vehicle will be run by him just for about 1 lakh kilometers in 10 years. Whereas if you take the vehicles of the business community, our lawyers, our politicians, our judges, these vehicles are running 50 to 60,000 kilometers a year. So that's a total disparity in this. So obviously, the government, what on its own can do is have the pollution norm totally in place, and as long as the vehicle meets the pollution norms, it should not be asked to be discarded. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Right. All right, Brigadier Popley, thank you for joining us and giving us your thoughts. We have a few more callers joining me on the broadcast. Mr. Gopal is joining us from Bengaluru. Mr. Gopal, go ahead. What do you think about private vehicles being lifted in New Delhi without the government giving any prior notice to the residents?
Madam, it's a middle-class dream to own a car in his lifetime. With hard-earned money, they'll buy one car, a single car for a lifetime. Secondly, I have a car which is 15 years old, but I have traveled only 20,000 kilometers. Hardly, it's a 2-year use vehicle. So they should not decide by the age of the vehicle. They should decide by the pollution it emits. Let them check all the vehicles. If the pollution doesn't meet, let them scrap it. This is what should be done. It is not the age of the vehicle. It is the pollution it creates. Secondly, there is no scientific proof that car emission is causing the Delhi pollution. There are no basis for that. These are the things I want to say. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Gopal, thank you for joining us and sharing your thoughts on Mirror Now. One of our callers from Delhi, Mr. Sanjeev, is also joining us to give us his reaction. Mr. Sanjeev, give us your thoughts. Have you been one of those who have faced this situation?
I have seen this situation because it happened with one of my neighbors. So I just want to make one point why the government has brought this policy. It is due to only one reason. There is very simple arithmetic in this, that if they take your old car, then you are compelled to buy a new car. And when you buy a new car, say for 10 lakh rupees, the government immediately gets 5 lakh rupees in that if you buy a new car, in terms of GST, in terms of road tax, in terms of all the duties, excise duty, everything. Without doing anything, without spending a single naya paisa or giving any incentive to any person, government is immediately making the money. You buy a car of 10 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees will be the taxes and all that excise duty. So it is very simple arithmetic. You are compelled to buy a new car, and government is making very easy money in that. That is my point.
All right, Mr. Sanjeev, thank you for giving us your thoughts. Captain Jaspal is joining us back on the broadcast. He's joining us from Rohtak. Captain Jaspal, go ahead, sir. Give us your thoughts about what exactly is happening in the national capital. Old cars are being picked up and without the government giving any notice to the residents.
The policy has 3 elements. A, give a show cause notice if his interests are to be adversely affected. B, give him a proper opportunity. Examine his, apply your mind and pass a speaking order. It is not a jungle. And secondly, all those people who are lifting these cars, the transport secretary should be made to pay through his nose under the Land Revenue Act. Now come to Article 21. Right to live with dignity and honor in high separate. How can you be in high separate if your hard-earned money has been jacked up and thrown away somewhere? This is absolutely not acceptable in democracy, that you bypass the rule of law and demoralize your own citizens. It's a matter of shame. They should be held accountable. People must fight and go to the court. Present CGI will give you the total relief. Don't take it lying down. पाप करने वाले से पाप सहने वाला बड़ा पापी होता है. Thank you.
Right, Captain Jaspal, thank you for joining us on Mirror Now and giving your thoughts. Another caller is joining us from Delhi, Miss Mahapatra. Miss Mahapatra, go ahead. What do you think about the situation that is now taking place in the national capital with the government not even giving a notice to the residents before picking up their old cars?
I think this is absolutely ridiculous rule. And I'm shocked that they're really implementing this. How can they do this? I mean, I totally agree with the earlier speakers who have said that age of the car doesn't really matter. How well you maintain the car, that's what matters, It does it, come out okay in the pollution charts and the pollution tests. And now my car has done only 5,000 kilometers in 15 years. I've looked after it. I'm now a senior citizen. I want my car. I love my car. I've maintained it. I've taken care of it. And it meets all the standards of pollution. How dare they kind of stop, giving registration to it and not let me use it? I think it is absolutely some kind of corrupt practice which is going on, and it has to be stopped. I think all citizens should be getting together and doing something about this.
Right, Ms. Mahapatra, thank you for giving your thoughts on Mirror Now. Ms. Neeru is also joining us from Delhi. Ms. Neeru, go ahead. What do you think about, picking up cars which the Delhi Transport Department is doing without giving a prior notice to the residents?
Yeah, well, I think this is a very, very upsetting policy. It's, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, please
Hello?
go ahead.
Okay. So I think this policy is very, very upsetting.
Yeah, Ms. Neeru, we can hear you.
It's a high-handedness of people sitting who make these policies in the first place. Second, it's very unfair to people who have hardly used their cars in number of kilometers and they are being picked up. Second, I would really like to know and see an entire story. Where are they going to dump these scrap cars? They are talking about, taking away these cars because it's causing pollution in Delhi. But I would really, truly want to see the entire video. Where are they going to dump this scrap material? Is that going to be somewhere beyond this universe where it's not going to create pollution? That's my concern. So this really is something more to this entire jargon which is going on. So if you will please, give us more information. Where are they taking the scrap material, where it is being dumped, and how it's not going to contribute to, pollution further on. Thank you.
Right. Neeruji, will surely try our best to bring in all the details that we are covering. Of course, it is our top campaign. Jeetu from Bengaluru is joining us. Mr. Jeetu, go ahead. What do you think about the situation that is panning in the national capital by the government, especially the transport department, which is picking up cars of the people, which is being earned by their hard-earned money, especially the middle-class people?
Exactly, ma'am. Good afternoon.
All right, we have a connection issue there. Mr. Bipendra is joining us from Patiala. Bipendra ji, go ahead, give us your thoughts.
I'm actually a Delhi resident and Patiala is my hometown. I have two cars, petrol cars, which were nearing their end of life, which is 15 years. This was last month. Now, there are two things. If you see the policy of the government in regards to the pollution, even a new car requires to be certified for pollution after, I think, 2 or 3 years. This means that even new cars can pollute the environment. So, like other callers are saying, that it is the condition of the car and not the age of the car. The second thing is that I got the two cars assessed in Delhi at authorized scrappers, which are based outside Delhi, I think. So they gave me a rate of just 35,000 to 40,000 rupees. Now imagine that if I had no hometown and if I had only addresses in Delhi, I would be getting only 38 to 40,000 per car. And if I had to buy another car, I would spend at least 4.5 lakhs more, 4 to 4.5. So this is actually adding to the financial woes also. And the third thing is, I was discouraged by scrappers saying that, Delhi mein petrol car ka NOC nahi milta hai. So that is the scam angle which you are doing a good job, so you need to investigate that also.
All right, Bipendra, thank you for giving us your reactions and thoughts on this current situation.